Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Be Healthy TV with Dr. Adamar Gonzalez. I'm so glad to be here this week and regarding with all the health issues, problems that we have in our Hispanic community. Today, this program is sponsored by the Health Achievers and also by Health Revolution MD, a health and nutrition program that helps you to improve your health through nutrition and changes in lifestyle. You can call 321-310-6648 for more information. Well, we are here today and we're going to have a very special program today because we have two very wonderful people that work with the Scientology Church and also have a very interesting program, especially for one of the community and the health problems around the Orlando, Central Florida and the whole Florida. So we're going to be talking a little bit today of one of the main problems, which is the drugs and illicit drug and drugs abuse in the United States. As you know, and I have a couple of the statistics that we're going to be discussed later, but I want to introduce these two special guests that I have today. Mariana Agudelo. Okay.
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you. And Eric Gonzalez, welcome to our program.
Thank you. No, it's a real pleasure being here.
Oh, and our pleasure is for mine. Okay, we're going to be talking a little bit about Scientology Church and the group and all the different promoting programs that you have for the community. One of the major and I want to be starting today is about the drugs prevention. It's called? What is the name of the
Drug-free world.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. And that program is pretty much about the prevention. They brought a lot of the information today that we're going to be discussing through the programs. And as I told you before, I have a couple of these statistics that I want to share with you that I think is very important, especially for the people who is watching us today. As you know, we have more than 1.5 million people that have been using illicit drugs. I'm talking about prescribing drugs. There is one that I am more exposed in the medical office, and also marijuana, cocaine, and other different drugs. In 2017, we have a high risk and having increased all the different medical problems with the use of the different drugs. And we're talking about especially mental health problems, schizophrenia, infectious disease conditions like HIV, herpes, and other endocarditis and other medical problems. And it also a social problem that is pretty much very, very important. And for that reason, I brought these two guests today. We're going to first talk about a little bit about the Scientology Church, what it is. Because we have many people talking about Scientology,
yeah.
And I want to just, coming from you, I'm sure they're going to understand what it is exactly, the Scientology. Yeah. What is Scientology?
So Scientology is it's a religion that's based off of a practical philosophy. So it's information and technology that was created by L. Ron Hubbard, our founder. So throughout many, many years of study that he's had traveling the world, seeing ancient religions, other third world societies. He used to go and on trips. His father worked in the Navy, so he used to travel everywhere with him. And so all this information he sort of just pieced together and has found all these workable technologies that we use in day-to-day life. So those are things like communication, how to communicate with other people. Because you're not going to be a very capable or able person if you're unable to communicate your ideas with another person. And so that alone is very important. The ability to see and identify people that you want to associate yourself with and be able to see when that individual or specific individuals only want to push you down or want to attack you. Those are just very little things in Scientology that are technologies that we use in day-to-day life. And so Scientology is all aimed towards handling and finding solutions for crime, for insanities, and just making the planet a more sane, crime-free world.
What I actually learning about these days is it's more about being conscious about whatever we're doing,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to help the other people to be also conscious
Yeah.
about the all the environment. How long have been on the Scientology church?
Me? Oh my God, since I was 9 years old.
Oh wow!
And I did a communication course because I was fighting every day with my sister. And my mom was, okay, now you together are gonna do this course and you're gonna see what happened here. So then now my sister is my best friend. After that, I started doing courses and it was amazing because I learned like not only for my own life, also to help others. You know, like these campaigns, humanitarian campaigns that we have, we can have the tools to help others in their own problems, and also like life improvement courses. We have on the Scientology, and then you can just go and see which part of your life you want to handle, you want to be better, improve yourself, and then we just help you on that.
Scientology Church and Group is all around the world.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I know they have a lot of the different proposals for the people, for help people in different areas, and that's what brought us here today. We're going to be talking about a little bit about the drug problem that we had and what are the programs that you have. And I really want to be focused about this because we haven't seen a lot of the people right now in Florida. Is one of the main states with the drug abuse. What you offer to the Hispanic society regarding this problem?
Well, we have the Drug Free World campaign.
Okay.
So first of all, what we do is we inform the little kids, the children from the school. We go around the neighborhood and talk to people about what is going to happen if you take drugs.
Okay.
So I think one of the big problems is that people don't have enough education.
That
They
is
don't
true.
have enough information. They're growing up around their friends who are saying, oh, smoke this with me. It's going to be super fun. You're going to feel great. Or, oh, you're super nervous when you go to parties or when you're around people. Drink this.
So the
This stuff is
friends
gonna
are
help
the
you out."
teachers,
Exactly.
and they're not the best ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you start with the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start with the children, and we just aim for education.
Yeah.
Make sure that we give the people the proper information, all the facts as to what it is that these things are doing to your body, to your mind, and then at that point, it makes the people, the kids, way more capable of being able to make their own decisions based off of the information that they have.
Yeah, for example, we got this booklet, and then you can see inside, for example, the names of the drug in the street, how we call it on the street, because sometimes we don't know how we can call, for example, marijuana, which have another names, and you don't know how to call it, and somebody's like, oh, can you take this, or you have to take this, and then we inform the community how they can know
Identify.
what are they taking. Yes.
Okay.
Identify what are they taking and how to prevent that.
Okay. Where exactly you like to go to promoting this kind of information? You go to the school. You go to the community.
everywhere,
Anywhere that we
everywhere.
can.
Oh.
Wherever there's people walking, honestly.
Do you have any groups around it that actually you form like education classes for them in the church?
Yeah,
Or at the
we
church?
do. We do.
Okay.
I mean, if we have a group of teachers or children or family, even a family, because maybe the family wants to know more about drugs. Okay, I want to educate my kids.
Okay.
I want to educate
Wonderful.
my community, my street. I don't know. I mean, it's just, if you want to help, we can help you to help.
That is wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
this is our first part. In the second part, we're going to be talking about other very interesting programs that you actually have for the community, not only here, and for disaster, natural disaster. That is a very interesting one that we are be talking about. So we're going to a break, and when we come back, we continue with this interesting topic about Scientology and all the different programs that they have for the community.
Esto es amor de verdad, nadie lo puede dudar.
Step up to craft beer. Taino Light Lager has a crisp, refreshing Caribbean-style flavor. Boricua Craft Ale, full-bodied flavor for the true beer drinker. Stop drinking beer water.
Mundo gira pegado a ti.
Taino Craft Light Lager and Boricua Strong Craft Ale. Feel the rhythm and come up to craft beer.
The community is much broader than one tap room. So what we decided to do was come out with a high-quality craft beer, two high-quality craft beers that appeal to the Hispanic taste, and that we can distribute in all the Hispanic neighborhoods. Taíno is a very light, refreshing beer. It's a social beer that you can drink probably for a good part of the evening, and it'll give you a nice light feeling. It's not a heavy beer, it's very airy, and it's very light. It's a 4.5 alcohol, which is low for beer. The Boricua is a 6.0. Now that's a stronger beer, and we designed it to be a little bit stronger than Heineken. Heineken is a favorite in the Hispanic community, so we have a little bit more muscle than Heineken. Boricua right now, in a very short amount of time, it's been a miracle for us because we've gotten a large range of acceptance at the retail level. We're in Publix, we're in ABC, Target is picking it up, we're in Sedano's, we're in Bravo's, 7-Elevens are picking it up because they're concentrating more on craft beer and the Hispanic market. So what we're trying to do is do a quality beer, a high quality beer, more taste, and that the Hispanic community will like.
I am for the child who's had 7 addresses in a single year because she's in foster care, because her father abused her, and her mother couldn't believe her. She is the child I am for. I am a volunteer child advocate. I am you.
Florida residents call toll-free 866-341-1425.
News now.
It is the kind of weekend where an ice-cold beverage is probably the thing you want. A local businessman launching his own craft beer company, and he's targeting Hispanic customers. He's at the Sentinel today to tell us more about this new beer. Caitlin.
Yeah, so actually you took the words out of my mouth, Andre. I was thinking whether a nice weekend means maybe a nice cold brewski. And I actually have Kyle Arnold, who's our restaurant and retail reporter in-house. And Kyle, you know, craft beer is a trend, but it seems that we have one local brewer taking it to sort of the next step. And let's talk about Boricua craft beer and Taíno beer, which is like sort of its lighter sister beer. So talk to me about those two products.
Yeah, exactly. It was a beer that was launched here a couple months ago by a local company at Altamont Springs. Danny Ramos is running it. It's being produced up in Cape Canaveral at Florida Beer Company. And it is a beer that is, you know, hoping the Boricua name means Puerto Rican. There's a huge population of Puerto Ricans here, hoping that he can, you know, create a connection between those people to get his name out.
So when I think of craft beer, you know, I think it certainly targets a specific audience, but he's taking it a step further. Can you elaborate more on why target the Hispanic population?
Yeah, there's like 500,000 Hispanics in this area. About half of those are Puerto Ricans, and a lot of Puerto Ricans and a lot of Hispanics are in that millennial age group, just like the rest of the country. And those people are kind of disregarding the beers their parents grew up with, and they want local beers. They want things that cater a little bit more to their taste, a little bit higher quality, and they're willing to pay for it.
Sure. And so, where locally can we find this?
There's a couple Publix around town in some of the bigger Hispanic pockets of town. Sedano's, Bravo's. There's a bunch of 7-Elevens. You can find them almost at all the ABC wine and spirits. They have a pretty big craft beer selection.
Excellent. And so I know this isn't the only brewery or brewer looking to target this market. Who else is popping up, nationally?
Yeah, there's some companies out of like Southern California, like Ohana Brewing. There's some other ones. What's really interesting about Boricua is I really haven't found many others that target Hispanics specifically. And you already see that done in the mass beer market with Corona.
Exactly.
Dos Equis things. Mexico's a pretty big beer market. But in terms of Americans, they've really kept it general so far, either localities like Orlando Brewing or Fat Tire, just a generic term out of Colorado.
Excellent. And I just want to know, what has the reception been? If it's only been launched for a few months, what's the kind of feedback you're getting on this?
It's doing pretty well in some restaurants around town, especially some like Puerto Rican restaurants that they really only offer, some of the big international beers, Heineken and things like that. They bring in a local beer. It says craft brew. It's got a local tie to it, and people want to try it, especially tourists from out of town. They want to, see what the local flavor is, and so far it's it's been good.
Excellent. So we have a local entrepreneur, local brewer here, targeting a very specific market within a larger market. So we'll just have to see how Boricua goes from here. But you know, if we're seeing all these temperatures, I myself might crack one this weekend.
I think you should, Caitlin. Cheers to that. What a terrific idea.
Cheers.
All right.
Thanks for watching this video. You can watch Orlando News Now every weekday on OrlandoSentinel.com. We go live at noon. See you then.
Welcome back to Be Healthy TV with Dr. Gonzalez. This is our second part. We have been talking about Scientology Church and all the program that they offer to our community, especially the Hispanic community. For that reason, we had these two special guests today. And in the second part, we're going to be talking about other programs that are very interesting to talk about. We're going to start with you, Ariana. We're going to be talking about, because this is one of the I actually have been seeing, and it's very emotional. It's very powerful in the way that they actually help the people to improve the way they have, and looking for the happiness. That's pretty much what we wanted.
Yeah,
be happy.
We want to be happy. That's true. So we have this. It's a common sense guide to better living. Okay, it's called The Way to Happiness. So here we can see, for example, set a good example, support your government, or don't do anything illegal. And we got a lot of things that you can read to be better in life. Not only you, also when I was talking to you before, like helping others to help. Okay, so we got this program that you can have if you just contact us. We can give it to you. It's for free. This is a non-profit organization. It's good people to know, because they want to participate or something.
And they have no charge.
And it's not charged. So we can give it to them.
You also had the little booklets, but you also have the CD and the whole folder. So talk to about all the information that you have on the folder.
Here is the folder. Also, we got the website is thewaytohappiness.org, and you can see the CD with all the information, like visual, for those that don't want to read. You can also see the pictures and the video about each one of the Way to Happiness. So here we got everything. And if you want to help, also we can help you to get all this information. As I told you, it's for free. So we can just give it to you, and you can give it to your family, your friends, your neighborhood.
And it's a very simple language. It can be written by the young people to the older. I already read it out a couple of days. I like the way that you protect and take care about yourself, your body. That's one of the rules, and I love it too. So it's very simple, the way that I have been exposed, and it's actually that's the way we really want to be happy. In a very conscious way again.
Yeah, we can be happy, like making happy others.
Of course, that's gonna be the first way to do it.
That's the first way to do it. So this is a simple, as I told you, a common sense guide to better living. It's called The Way to Happiness. So I mean, we can just give it to everyone that wants to be happy in life. I think everyone wants to be happy. And it's simple. I mean, we got in many languages like French, Italian, Spanish, English, any language. So we can just give it to you.
I went to the Scientology Church yesterday, and I also see like a special area that you can go and sit down and listen to all the videos. So you have like a communication or learning area, right? That you even can go there. You don't even want to read or see the video in your home. You can actually go there and read it.
Exactly. We have it's a whole information center with a bunch of visual displays. So it's a TV, plenty of TVs all around. Every single one has their own subject. One of them goes specifically over the way to happiness. Another one goes over the truth about drugs. Another one goes over applied scholastics, which is about like educational programs as well, even just for using in school. And any other information that you might want to know about Scientology, you can also access by just pushing play on one of the TVs. It's super easy to use, and anybody is welcome to come in and just walk right into the building.
And it's true. We welcome everyone. Eric, talk a little bit about this wonderful program about natural disaster volunteer, a minister volunteer. What is?
So we have the Scientology volunteer ministers. It's essentially a group that's put together of people who just want to help. I mean, I think one of the times that people are most in need are after disasters. Hurricanes, floods, earthquakes. I mean, it puts you in a very dangerous position where your immediate life could be at jeopardy, or even your family is in jeopardy, your neighbor is in jeopardy. And so what we do is we get together people who, it's all nonprofit organizations, so we receive donations so that we can go out and assist people in bringing water, bringing food, making sure that they have areas that they can live in. Just this last year, I went out to Texas after the Hurricane Irma. No, right before Irma, I think it was.
I don't remember the name, but yeah.
I can't even remember those.
It's not Maria.
You were
It's not
just
Maria.
You were just
Harvey. So I went out to Corpus Christi, which was right next to. It was about 2-3 hours away from Houston, and there was, I mean, those houses that were just wrecked, absolutely destroyed. And so what we did is we went there with tons of water, tons of bug repellent, lots of food, and we made sure that we cleared out all the kinds of trees and debris, because there were people that were just living in what was basically just piles of garbage now because the houses have been destroyed.
Let me ask you, does people receive any special training to do that? And the church actually give you the training for the, if you want to be volunteer, they don't have to be a doctor, don't have to be a nurse, everyone can do it.
You don't have to be a nurse or a doctor. There's a specific handbook actually that comes with being a volunteer minister that allows you to. There's different kind of it's called nerve assists and touch assists. Also like how to communicate and how to handle people. Not a lot of medical training, that we do leave it up to the doctors, but we do make sure that we are able to help alleviate some of the pain that the people might be having and help them get the help that they need.
You know, sometimes we really wanted to do something for our community and we didn't know what to do. That's a great time to start helping other people and go to this group and be there when the people really need in disaster. And we have so many other ways to help. And that's part of the main purpose of this program, just trying to bring this help for other people that really needs. Human rights. What about the human rights program? That is a very interesting one.
Human rights.
I told you I have a lot of programs here today.
So did you know that you have a legal right, or you have human rights that are that you have access to by?
And you're born with those.
Belongs to you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the people really doesn't know exactly what are. And that is good that people understand that when you go to any special country, especially in the United States, you have a right that you have to follow, or at least you receive it.
Exactly. So you have rights as a human being. And so what we do with this group is we go around to, again, the first step is education. So we go around to make sure that children, family, the average worker, every single person knows these rights that they have as a human.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can show you.
For example, in my country, Venezuela, we don't have human rights. So one of the things that we do here, it's like we educate, we send these materials to Venezuela, and then also they can have all the information about which are our rights. I mean, because in Venezuela it's different, but it's kind of, the government don't want us to know which are the rights that we have as a human. You know?
And you know, you're having a very important point, because people who come in from immigrants, coming from another country, they don't even know, because they don't have the same rights, or they don't know the right that they have.
Yeah, that's true.
They're coming from a new environment, new country, and they're probably going to be arrested. That they don't know they have special rights. And it is very important that we know, as an immigrant, because all of us, we are immigrants, to understand what are the rights and how you actually ask it in the time that they need it. So I think this is a particular very important program for people who come in from immigrants for other country. They come in a video, it's a class, how they present the program?
So we have it in multiple forms. One of the most popular is in the video. So there's actually different clips that go over every single human right that you are born with. So we have one that goes over, we are all born free and equal. Marriage and family. You have the right to democracy. And it comes in little
ads.
Exactly. So they've even been playing, maybe some people have seen them on TV as well. It goes over just the different things that you have access to and that everybody should know, because it's very easy for somebody to take advantage of you if you don't know that you have a right to it.
It is completely true. If the people want to know more about the Scientology or any of these programs, what they should be calling? To who is the person, or what is the phone number that they should be calling?
Yeah, I mean, for each one of the campaigns, we got the special
website.
For example, volunteerminister.org, we got the waytohappiness.org, we got the drugfreeworld.org, and also on Instagram, you can see what we're doing as a church at Scientology Orlando. We are here in Orlando. So you can see all the address, phone numbers, and all the events and campaigns that we are promoting every day.
Do you have Facebook?
Yeah, we got
Facebook. Oh, very good.
Scientology Orlando.
Very good. So they have Facebook, they have Instagram, they have the website. Yes. Where are you located? Here in the...
We are in the
6770 Lake Eleanor Drive.
Lake Eleanor Drive.
It's close to close to downtown Orlando. It's a big church. They have a lot of parking.
Yeah.
And
Dr. Gonzalez was yesterday there, and she was.
Yeah, it was huge, the place, and it's very interesting. It's a good place just to see and ask. Yesterday I saw also they teach in English class.
Yes, and we're going to start Spanish class also for the English speaking.
Oh, interesting. So there are going to be a lot of programs and another things.
Yeah.
So come on, asking for information. That's going to be the only way you're really going to get all the information that you needed. So thank you so much for being here. And another way for Be Healthy TV with Dr. Gonzalez. Thank you so much, Marina. Thank you so much, Eric, for being with us. And I hope it's not going to be the last time.
No.
You'll be here.
It's not going to be the last time.
Okay, thank you so much. And I see you next week. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Mira, ¿dónde tú estás?
Ya estoy aquí, mi vida. ¿Pero qué están tomando?
¿Pero por qué?
Porque me traje lo nuevo y diferente, Taíno Light Boricua Beer. Y lo más importante es que es lo nuevo y acabadita de salir al mercado.
¿Y saben buenas?
Claro, ambas cervezas tienen los mismos beneficios que una copa de vino. Con menos calorías, la Boricua Beer 6%, fuerte pero con sabor. Y la Taíno Light 4.5% y es artesanal.
Eso me gusta.
I am for the child who's had 7 addresses in a single year. Because she's in foster care. Because her father abused her. And her mother couldn't believe her. She is the child I am for. I am a volunteer child advocate. I am you.
Florida residents call toll-free 866-341-1425.
So when I think of craft beer, I think it certainly targets a specific audience, but he's taking it a step further. Can you elaborate more on why target the Hispanic population?
Yeah, there's like 500,000 Hispanics in this area. About half of those are Puerto Ricans, and a lot of Puerto Ricans and a lot of Hispanics are in that millennial age group, just like the rest of the country. And those people are kind of disregarding the beers their parents grew up with, and they want local beers. They want things that cater a little bit more to their taste, a little bit higher quality, and they're willing to pay for it.
Sure. And so, where locally can we find this?
There's a couple Publix around town in some of the bigger Hispanic pockets of town. Sedanos, Bravos. There's a bunch of 7-Elevens. You can find them almost at all the ABC wine and spirits. They have a pretty big craft beer selection.
Excellent. And so I know this isn't the only brewery or brewer looking to target this market. Who else is popping up, nationally?
Yeah, there's some companies out of like Southern California, like Ohana Brewing. There's some other ones. What's really interesting about Boricua is I really haven't found many others that target Hispanics specifically. And you already see that done in the mass beer market with Corona.
Exactly.
Dos Equis things. Mexico's a pretty big beer market. But in terms of Americans, they've really kept it general so far, either localities like Orlando Brewing or Fat Tire, just a generic term out of Colorado.
Excellent. And I just want to know, what has the reception been? If it's only been launched for a few months, what's the kind of feedback you're getting on this?
It's doing pretty pretty well in some restaurants around town, especially some like Puerto Rican restaurants that they really only offer, you know, some of the big international beers, Heineken and things like that. They bring in a local beer. It says craft brew. It's got a local tie to it, and people want to try it, especially tourists from out of town. They want to, you know, see what the local flavor is, and so far it's been good.
Excellent. So we have a local entrepreneur, local brewer here, targeting a very specific market within a larger market. So we'll just have to see how Boricua goes from here. But you know, if we're seeing all these temperatures, I myself might crack one this weekend.
I think you should, Caitlin. Cheers to that. What a terrific idea.
Cheers.
All right.
Thanks for watching this video. You can watch Orlando News Now every weekday on OrlandoSentinel.com. We go live at noon. See you then.